Network assessments are a great way to get your foot in the door with prospects and also a good way to add additional revenue from existing clients. There are many tools available for conducting assessments, from your RMM tool to lightweight applications that are designed just for this purpose. For our example today, I will be using sample output generated from the results of Network Detective from RapidFire Tools. No matter what solution you are using, you'll be able to produce similar results, creating a professional presentation with QuoteWerks. The results from your network assessment scan are useful in several ways. One, it provides you with the insight with what you need to quote your client. If you find that there are 10 systems that are still running, say, Windows XP, you can easily source those software upgrades through distribution via QuoteWerks. Likewise, if you find several systems on the network that do not fit your recommended minimum system specs, maybe RAM, you can easily quote these system upgrades as well. And number two, the results from the scan can easily be merged into the quote from QuoteWerks, creating a professional presentation for the client. Best of all, they won't have to ask you why you quoted them what you did, since you have the scan providing them in-depth knowledge into their network with issues that they probably didn't even know existed. So let's start off by linking the results of a scan into a new quote and take a closer look at it. So what I'm going to do here is go to the Links tab. Let's go ahead and bring up my scan here. So here are two results that I got out of my scan. I've got a site diagram as well as a full detail report. So I'm going to bring in the site diagram and the asset detail report. It's that easy. All I'm doing is clicking and dragging. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first results here. And if I scroll through here, I'll notice that there are 22 systems here that are still running Windows XP. That's a great area for me to quote for additional upgrade opportunities. And then we can go over to the more detailed report here and scroll through. There's quite a bit of detail in here. It's great to include when quoting to the client. That way you've got plenty of detail backing things up. Scanning through here, I've already taken a look at this report. It looks like there's probably at least two servers that should be replaced. So I'm going to quote that as well. And of course I'll be quoting them my managed services as well, so they will never be this far behind in their IT needs there. So let's go ahead and create the quote. So let's go ahead and insert a heading here. We'll do software upgrades. Let's go ahead and insert another heading here. We'll do one for, say, system replacements. Can't spell. And then we'll do another heading for services. So these could be like my managed services. Go ahead and delete that. All right, so now we've got two different options here. Three different options, I should say. So we'll go under products. Let's go over to utilize here, and I've already got my Windows 8 upgrade here. Obviously, you're going to have the ones that you normally work with, with the volume pricing. If there's education discounts or government discounts or whatnot, you'll be able to select from those as well. So we're just getting results here from Synnex. Okay, and here we go. So let's go ahead and select D&H in this case. And we need 22 of those, if I remember correctly here. We'll go ahead and add that under our software upgrades. And then let's go ahead and select our two servers. Obviously, you're going to have servers that you recommend working with. And we'll go ahead and bring these guys in from Tech Data. And we'll do that under system replacements. And then just because I know their network here, I'm going to go ahead and recommend an upgrade as well to their UPS. And we'll go ahead and select him. Get pricing. Select it from Tech Data. I'm going to go ahead and make it optional, however. And we'll then add that under System Replacements. And then let's go ahead and add our managed services. Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and bring those in from ConnectWise. And I'm going to go ahead and definitely bring in the server. They had 10 servers, so I'll go ahead and add that in under services. And then I'm going to give them options to either do the basic or the premium. Obviously, they'll be able to choose what they want. And again, under services, and add. All right, so now we've got our basic quote going here. I do want to make these optional here. And those are our workstation options. And then we just want to make these recurring monthly here. And depending on where you're bringing this in, it'll actually do it automatically for you. All right. So at this point, we've got our quote. So we've got our Windows 8 upgrade. We've got our system replacements with our option for our UPS here. And then we've got our services as well. And we'll go ahead and go over to Sold to Ship to and bring in a contact here from ConnectWise. Okay, copy that over. And set our contract dates. And we'll do today plus a year. So let's go ahead and save this up to ConnectWise now. And we're going to create a sales opportunity and the link document as well. Obviously, we can do more, including service tickets and whatnot as well. And all this that I'm doing with ConnectWise can be also done with Autotask as well, or pretty much any of the other PSA or CRM systems as well. And everything else looks good. We'll go ahead and do save. And then it's adding the products. All right. So now let's take a look at what we've got inside of ConnectWise. And as you can see, we've got our products here and then our monitoring as well. So if I scroll over, you'll see under products, we've got our upgrade as well as our servers as well. So now let's go ahead and send this to the client to see what they would actually see. So from here, all I need to do is click on print. I'm going to go ahead and do our proposal here. And you can definitely do more depending on what you're looking for with like a Word proposal, specifying different sections for your managed services versus your software upgrades. But since I am also going to have my network assessment as well, I don't want to give them too much information that might get into some overload. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this to Quote Valet, which is going to make it interactive here. Since I've already done that, I'm not going to go ahead and do that again. So it's authenticating, and what it's doing now is it's actually generating that massive PDF that's going to have my quote along with the network assessments. So let's go ahead and take a look at that PDF. And here we go. So here's the upgrade. Here's the actual systems, and if we scroll through, you'll see that we've got the additional documents as well. And depending on what you're using to create your output for your network assessments, you'll be able to customize this so it'll look like one fluid document. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upload it to Quote Valet. And by doing this, what's actually going to happen is this PDF is actually going to be attached to my contact record, or I should say the opportunity inside of Autotask, or ConnectWise in this case, so that everybody can see what's going on. So here is the interactive quote that the customer would see. They would be able to click here to view the PDF. You can see the software upgrades that are available here. So this is the Windows 8 that we just quoted. The system replacements for those two servers. They can then select whether or not to include that UPS. And then from here we've got it even more interactive where they can select between the basic or the premium monitoring. So we'll go ahead and update that as well. So, with Quote Valet, which is the online acceptance vehicle for QuoteWerks, which you're seeing now, you'll actually know the first time the customer views this quote, if they're changing options, and best of all, when they electronically sign and accept the quote as well. So from here, they could then sign and accept the quote, and then from there, QuoteWerks would then be able to place the order through distribution for you and even track it through fulfillment and arrival stages. And then this enables you to properly plan implementation and work on site with the client. Of course, when we win that opportunity inside of QuoteWerks, we're also going to win it inside of your CRM and PSA as well. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have additional questions on how to use QuoteWerks with your assessments or with your PSA, please feel free to give us a call at 407-248-1481.